I've played a lot of video games in my time, and although I'm not really all that old, I've played a lot of them, and I've seen a lot of really crazy video game villains. A good video game villain would sit there and give you anxiety throughout the entire game, would sit there and have you be like, holy shit, as soon as he pops up or any of that stuff. That's how you know you've got yourself a really good, really great video game villain. The game itself can be awesome, but you need to have the villain be just as good as either the hero or the game itself, or really the whole thing just kind of falls apart. You know, you really just like, you don't take the guy seriously. There needs to be a giant boss you fight at the end, something to work up to. You know, the dude needs to either taunt you throughout the entire game, piss you off throughout the entire game, or just flat out kick your ass throughout the entire game. That's just really what builds a really great video game villain. And I want to talk about my most favorite ones, right? So again, I played a lot of games throughout my time, so this list might be a little bit out there all over the place, but you know, yeah. So let's get into it, right? First up, we got a real classic one, Bowser from the Super Mario franchise, or just Mario in general. It's always Bowser at the end of these Mario games. Now, you might be able to argue that this is really, you know, Bowser is always very predictable, right? It's always, like, even if you play a Mario game and it doesn't show you the bad guy at the end, you know, you're going to be like, it's Bowser, you know, that's fine, right? But the whole thing with Bowser is the amount of freaking aura this weird little turtle dragon dude has. He's always pissed off. He's always breathing fire at you. He's always shitting on his minions because they're not getting the job done right and killing Mario that they've been going at it for all these years, right? This dude's always pissed like crazy. He's constantly kidnapping the princess. It's kind of nuts. Again, pretty stereotypical, right? You know, it's always going to be Bowser in these Mario games, but he himself, he's like a tradition with these Mario games, really. At this point, you play a Mario game, you're going to have Mario in it, duh. But you're also going to have Bowser. You know, it's really just, they go hand in hand, really, you know? Alright, so next one, Xemnas from Kingdom Hearts 2. Xemnas, this man, throughout the entire game, radiated nothing but pure aura. Aura farming throughout the entire game. That's all he did. Xemnas is the leader of Organization 13, in Kingdom Hearts 2 at least. But he's the leader of Organization 13 in Kingdom Hearts 2. He is the strongest member, and he's the most badass member out of all of them as well. He is strong as hell. It took both Sora and Riku together, teamed up, to take him down. And then when you think you got Xemnas down on the ropes and you think he's right there maxed out on all the freaking aura that he has, boom, he has a wardrobe change and now he's in a white and black hood. I'm not really too sure how that changes his power and all that, but just that hood on its own, my God, that Xemnas is freaking incredible. By far, my most favorite Kingdom Hearts antagonist. Yes, better than Xehanort. I'm sorry, but Xemnas, he's just that dude. Next up, Dominus Ghaul. First of all, he's voiced by Neil Kaplan, the freaking GOAT, aka Madara Uchiha. But anyway, Dominus Ghaul from Destiny 2. This man, right through the gate, was completely disrespectful. See, here's the thing. When I first saw him, I was kind of feeling myself and all that, because I was like, you know, I ran all the way through Destiny 1. That game was hard as hell. Our character canonically went through all that stuff. We had all these super light powers maxed out and crazy freaking wielding fire and void and all that stuff. And we're like, who's this guy? What makes you any different from the freaking other guys we've been fighting and all that? Like, who do you think you are? I was kind of like that, you know? Come to find out, this man beats our freaking character to like practically a submission, almost killing us, stole our light, wielded it arguably better than we did, freaking destroyed the freaking, the tower, the final city and shit like that, almost completely wiped out all the Guardians, almost killed Zavala and Cade 6 and everyone else, had us completely crippled and had us retreat to some freaking farm on Earth, I believe, and we had to completely get our light powers back and learn all new abilities just to fight this man. Then when you get there and you start fighting him, he starts wielding the light back at us and combining the light powers that we had in Destiny 1 all at once. See, in the first game, we could only do them at a time. You can't do fire and then void and then arc all at the same time, or really just bounce between them like that. You know, you have to switch one off, switch to the other, have your supercharge charge up. Nope, not Dominus Gall. This bastard was just throwing arc left and right, shooting flares and solar flares all over the place, void bombs everywhere. This dude was freaking insane. That was nuts, man. That was freaking insane. That completely scared the hell out of me when I first played D2, because I was like, yo, this dude is too powerful. He's doing all this crazy shit right here. I'm over here thinking I'm Johnny Badass, and this guy just took my light from me, stripped it, and is wielding it better than I did before. You got it, big guy. You can keep that. Now, anyone who knows me personally, this little like input right here, this isn't really gonna surprise anyone, but my most favorite video game villain of all time, the GOAT himself, Sephiroth. Now, I need you to understand, for anyone who hasn't played the OG Final Fantasy VII, this man had the entire party shook constantly throughout the game, from killing that giant freaking serpent, from just appearing on the ship to Costa del Sol, to just completely doing these illusions, fooling everyone, to puppet controlling Cloud, to just grabbing the freaking the black materia and shit like that, to just apparently not even being there at all, and just being in the freaking northern crater inside that like submerged in that crystal type thing. Sephiroth is nuts. He's so freaking nuts that he has his own freaking theme song, right? His own theme song that will freaking give you an instant heart attack. Funny thing is, too, I've always said, if they make a Final Fantasy VII alarm clock and make the alarm Sephiroth's theme, that will freaking wake me up out of a dead sleep. I'll wake up in like sweating like crazy, thinking he's like near me or some shit like that. And it's funny enough because they actually made one of those, and I want one. But Sephiroth is freaking nuts, and it's funny because his freaking weapon is freaking massive. Anyone who loves Final Fantasy VII to tell you Sephiroth is known for his long white hair, his one black wing, and his massive sword, the Masamune. The Masamune is 6 to 8 feet long. That is an insanely huge sword. My freaking God, that's like unfair. That's like ungodly huge, dude. You do not need a sword that big, Sephiroth. What the hell, man? And that's really it for me, for my favorite video game villains. Let me know what your favorite video game villains are. Let me know in the comments. I want to hear it. I want to know what games you played. I want to know favorite villains that you have. I want to know what guys sit there and had you shook throughout the whole game, or just pissed you off and made you think, I want to kick this guy's ass by the time I get to the end of the game. Let me know what you guys think. I want to know. I want some feedback. Tell me your favorite stories. See you guys later.